Well, you might have seen recently we put together a story about a young man who was abducted and assaulted 20 years ago. Him and his family had never talked about it, but they contacted us and decided it was time to go public. Mostly he did it, Travis Olafsen did it because he wanted to give hope to other survivors of sexual abuse. He joins me now by Skype to talk about what God did through the telling of his story. Travis, thanks for joining me.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me, how tough was it? And I know because I was there with you, but how tough was it to finally, after 20 years, tell people kind of, hey, here's what happened to my life, why I kind of derailed and went away and what happened to me? How tough was that?
It was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. Mostly because after 20 years, you've kind of neatly packaged it deep down inside and kind of thought that's where it was going to stay for forever. So to unpackage it and kind of revisit all those emotions and feelings and memories, it was a lot more difficult than I kind of anticipated, and I thought it would be difficult. So
Yeah.
it was a challenge, but a challenge that was well worth taking. So.
Well, I know a lot of people applauded your bravery, and to the best of our ability, we try to understand what it would mean for you to do that. But why do you say it was worth it? What happened?
From a personal perspective, what happened was I felt free. It was a real weight. I didn't realize the weight it was that I was carrying personally. So to kind of have it out there and be able to explain, and so people would understand kind of the shift in my life, it was a tremendous freedom for my family to be able to even talk to my immediate, my cousins, so even people within my family. It was a blessing, very much in disguise. And then just to see that I'm not alone. Unfortunately, I'm not alone at all. And there's a lot of people out there who have had similar, even far worse experiences. It sounds really kind of twisted, but to know you're not the only person, and you're not, but until you actually start sharing stories and hearing from people, you feel like you are. But so to not only be able to help people, but also be helped by many, many other people who had been through similar circumstances, who I actually really admired and looked up to, was very much worth it. So
Yeah, it's unfortunately so incredibly common. You know, when going through that experience with you too, one of the things we love here is seeing God at work in the timing of things, God at work with us. And I see what's happening in your family and the timing of this. You couldn't have planned it like this, but your dad has been diagnosed with incurable cancer, they're saying. Of course, we're praying for a miracle. And I remember doing these interviews, everybody, your parents and you, saying, I'm hearing things I didn't even know. Tell me how that, did that affect healing in your family?
I believe it did. I mean, we're a very close family. I mean, my dad's my best friend. He was the best man at my wedding. We're very close. You kind of think we talk about everything and share everything. So to have emotions and feelings that were very, very deeply rooted, not shared for for 2 decades, and not because we didn't want to tell each other. Just you assume the other person knew, or you didn't know how to express it, or you didn't even realize it at the time. It was really kind of liberating. I found, especially in my relationship with my parents, to know that we did feel the same way. We didn't necessarily say it at the time, but we were, and my dad, for him to be able to share with me before he passes, which I hope is quite a while from now, but you never know, there's nothing left unsaid. And, even things that we didn't realize were unsaid, they were unsaid. So it's just brought a tremendous kind of deep breath, and we've all been able to kind of exhale, and the healing has sort of gone full circle and completed. So
We love that. And we love seeing how God works, not even just through the people who are watching the program. I think I shared with you that we had tons of calls of people who had been sexually abused, many who had never told anyone before, disclosing it to our prayer partners, getting prayers and going to seek out counseling. That's all because of your bravery. And so I just want to say thank you, Travis. And we'll get people praying right now who are watching this. Please pray for Ray Olafsen as he is fighting cancer, and pray for this family that God just continues to work. And thank you. We just appreciate your courage and your heart so much.
Oh, thank you very much. And I really appreciate the ministry you guys have. It's tremendous.
Thanks. Well, if you're watching this right now, this is what your support has done over all these years. And I see it all the time when we do these stories. God's working when we're shooting the stories. He's working in the lives of the people who are telling the stories and for those people who are hearing the stories. God is moving, and that is our heart, and that is the work that you're supporting when you give to this ministry. We'd love for you to partner with us and be part of the miracle that God is doing. If you want to be part of it, give us a call. The number is 1-888-288-0003, or you can go to 100huntley.com.